Do you ever sit down to learn something new and suddenly feel the overwhelming urge to clean your entire room, reorganize your sock drawer, and maybe finally become a plant parent? Yeah, that's your brain running away. Learning sounds noble and exciting until you're actually doing it. Then it feels like pushing a boulder uphill with your face. One minute you're pumped to finally understand calculus, the next minute you're Googling, can stress make your eyebrows fall out? Let's be honest, most of us start learning the same way we start diets. Overly optimistic, slightly delusional, and armed with the world's most colorful stationery. We say, this time it'll be different. Spoiler, it's not. You sit down with your textbook or open that online course, ready to absorb knowledge like a sponge. But 2 pages in, and you're staring at the word neuroplasticity like it personally insulted your family. You reread the same sentence 4 times and still have no idea what it's saying. It's like your brain switched to airplane mode and forgot the Wi-Fi password. Then comes the guilt. Why can't I focus? Why does everyone else get it but me? Am I just dumb? No, you're not dumb. You're just human. And here's the plot twist. Learning has been marketed terribly. They show people smiling with books, sipping coffee while typing notes on a spotless desk. No one shows the part where you ugly cry because you can't figure out how to solve a basic algebra problem. No one shows the moment you question your life choices because you tried to learn one thing and your brain said, no thanks, I'd rather nap. If your brain had a voice during study time, it would sound like this. Oh, we're doing this now? Learning about history? Cool, cool, cool. But what if, and hear me out, we spend 40 minutes imagining fake arguments in the shower instead? And then comes the worst part, the comparison trap. You see other people posting, just studied for 6 hours straight, productivity king. And meanwhile, you're over here celebrating the fact that you opened your book once. The truth is, most people suck at learning at first. It's not because they're lazy or unmotivated, it's because no one ever teaches us how to actually learn stuff. We're thrown into the deep end with nothing but highlighters and hope. That's like being asked to build a house with spaghetti and vibes. But here's the secret sauce most people don't tell you. The struggle is part of the process. If it feels hard, awkward, even slightly humiliating, you're probably doing it right. Think about it. Nobody walks into a gym for the first time and deadlifts a car. They start small, they wobble, they make weird noises. Learning works the same way. If your brain isn't tripping over itself, it's probably not building anything new. So yeah, the pain of learning is real, it's frustrating, it's slow, it's wildly unglamorous. But guess what? That pain is actually your brain growing. It's not a sign to quit, it's a sign you're in the right zone. The only people who don't feel that pain are the ones not trying at all. So next time you're sitting there, feeling like you've been personally victimized by a YouTube tutorial, remember this. You're not broken, you're not behind, you're just in the middle of the mess. And that's exactly where all the good stuff starts. Now breathe, unclench your jaw, and accept this one fact. Learning is a mess, but it's your mess. And in that chaos, that's where you'll build something amazing. And hey, if you made it this far without opening a new tab to search, do penguins have knees? You're already winning. Now here's where most people go wrong. They hit that painful, brain-melting wall of learning, and what do they say? I just need more motivation. Oh, sweet summer child. If motivation were a person, it would be that friend who hypes you up at 2 a.m. to run a marathon, but conveniently disappears when it's time to actually train. It shows up uninvited, makes big promises, and ghosts you the moment things get hard. Motivation is a scam, a beautifully packaged, Instagram-filtered scam. You know that magical feeling when you're pumped, focused, ready to conquer the world? Yeah, enjoy it. It lasts about as long as a popsicle in the sun. The truth is, if you're waiting to feel motivated before doing hard things, you're going to spend most of your life watching productivity YouTube videos and wondering why you still haven't written that novel, launched that business, or finished that online course you signed up for in 2019. Here's the harsh truth. Motivation is not the engine. It's the glitter you throw on the car after it's already moving. What actually moves the car? Action. Tiny, boring, unimpressive action. Not romantic, not inspirational, just doing the thing. Even when your brain is screaming, no, let's scroll through 18 reels of dogs wearing sunglasses instead. You ever try to wait until you feel like it? Let me save you some time. You won't. Your brain is a professional negotiator. It will come up with TED Talk level excuses to not start. But I'm tired. But I'm not in the right headspace. But Mercury is in retrograde. And sometimes it's just, but I don't wanna. That's it. That's the whole reason. But here's what nobody tells you. Action leads to motivation, not the other way around. You don't get motivated and then start working. You start working, and then somewhere along the way your brain catches up and goes, not bad. We're actually doing something. Maybe we don't suck. It's like showering. You're never excited to do it, but once you're in there, scrubbing and singing off key, you're glad you did it. Learning is exactly that, except the grime is mental and your brain is the thing getting rinsed. And look, there's a reason it feels like the universe conspires against you the moment you try to start. The chair is uncomfortable. The lighting is weird. You suddenly remember a task from 5 years ago that you have to do right now. That's not coincidence. That's resistance. Your brain doesn't hate growth. It just hates discomfort. So the moment you introduce anything hard, like learning a new skill or studying something unfamiliar, it throws a tantrum, like a toddler in a supermarket. Loud, irrational, and deeply committed to not cooperating. But if you ignore that tantrum for just 5 minutes, just 5, everything changes. Because 5 minutes is enough time to trick your brain. It's the adult version of, we'll just stay at the party for 10 minutes and then leave. You won't. But it gets you through the door. Start for 5 minutes. That's it. No motivation required, no perfect plan, no sacred playlist of lo-fi beats. Just start. Because here's the secret. Discipline isn't about grinding your soul into dust. It's about reducing the barrier between you and doing the thing until it's easier to do it than to avoid it. So stop waiting for motivation to tap you on the shoulder like a magical fairy with a productivity wand. It's not coming. But you can still move. And once you do, motivation usually shows up late, holding a smoothie, pretending it was there the whole time. So we've cried about the pain of learning, dragged motivation through the mud, deserved, and now you might be wondering, if motivation is unreliable and discipline feels like self-imposed jail time, how do people actually do this stuff? The answer is going to sound suspiciously simple, like drink more water, levels of obvious. It's identity. Yeah, not a productivity hack, not a secret morning routine passed down by monks, just plain old identity. Here's how it works. People don't do things because they're disciplined robots from Planet Focus. They do things because it feels normal for them to do it. Their actions match their self-image. You don't have to hype yourself up every day to brush your teeth. Why? Because you're the kind of person who brushes their teeth. That's part of your identity. You're not in the mirror like, oh God, I just need to be more motivated to floss today. You just do it. Now apply that logic to learning. If you see yourself as the kind of person who learns new things, even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when you'd rather eat your own phone than open a textbook, then doing the work becomes less of a fight. You've shifted the game. The best part? You don't need to wait for some spiritual transformation to make that identity shift. You can start faking it. Today. Yes, I'm officially telling you to lie to yourself, but in a good way. Start saying, I'm a learner. I'm someone who shows up even when I don't feel like it. I'm the kind of person who does 20 minutes of focused learning even if the house is on fire. Okay, maybe don't do that one literally. Because when your actions start to line up with the person you want to be, it becomes easier. It stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling like a habit. And yes, discipline still matters, but here's the thing, discipline is not about suffering. It's about consistency. It's about showing up, even when you'd rather dive headfirst into a plate of nachos and binge watch a show where people renovate vans into mobile coffee shops. Discipline is what turns the identity into action, and eventually the action feeds the identity. It's a beautiful loop. Identity, action, reinforcement, stronger identity. Let me be painfully clear. Nobody wakes up as a productivity wizard. They just stop asking themselves, do I feel like it today? And start asking, what would the kind of person I want to be do right now? And if that answer is, they'd do 10 minutes of reading, or they'd finish this course, then boom. That's what you do. Not because you're motivated, but because that's just who you are now. And sure, some days you'll still procrastinate. You'll still end up watching 3 hours of Minecraft speedruns or rearranging your apps into aesthetically pleasing color gradients. That's fine, you're human. But you'll come back quicker, because the identity brings you back. So don't focus on building the perfect system, or finding the ultimate productivity app with 19 color-coded tags and AI-generated motivational quotes. That's not the work. The work is becoming someone who learns, someone who tries, someone who fails forward. Not flawlessly, just consistently. And if you're still thinking, but that's not me, well, it wasn't me either, until I started acting like it was. Before you go, if you've ever struggled to stay consistent, felt stuck waiting for motivation to strike, or wondered if you're even cut out for self-improvement, this is your sign. You are. Just start. Just once. Then do it again. If this video slapped you with a tiny existential crisis, but also made you laugh, smash that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe for more stickman wisdom from the trenches of self-improvement. And hey, drop a comment below. What's one thing you're going to do today that future you will high-five you for? Until next time, keep moving forward, one frame at a time.